Number 11. What information would you need in order to draw the graph of your equation? Well, to be honest, to graph any line, all you really need is 2 points. 2 points determine a line. And we could use our equation, couldn't we, to find those 2 points? You could substitute 0 in for x and then find the output. You could substitute 4 in for x and find the output. And then you'd be able to graph the line from there. I'm going to just try 0 and 2, and on the next page we're going to graph our equation. Okay, I'm noticing that I have a little bit of a scriber's error here, so let me fix that really quickly. And I know in the previous page I said I'd use 0 and 2. I'd really rather use 0 and 4 if that's okay. So I want you to take notice of my scale, that my scale is consistent. I went up 2 each time on the input axis, and each grid on this one was worth 200ths. Again, I didn't skip 2 once and then 3 the next. I started at 0 in both cases. Alright, so my output on this first scenario is going to be 1600ths, and my output on the second scenario is 1/10, sorry. So there's my 0 1600ths, and here's my 4 1/10. Alright, on 13 they asked us what is the x-intercept, and remember the x-intercept is always some sort of number 0. The y-intercept is 0 number, x-intercept is the number 0. So that means we need to substitute 0 in for y. And then we're going to solve for x. So it really doesn't matter to me if you add the 15 thousandths x to both sides or if you subtract the 1600ths. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and add this 15 thousandths x to both sides. And I get 15 thousandths x equals 1600ths. And then divide both sides by the 15 thousandths. And I get x is roughly 10.67. Okay, so that's what our x-intercept would be. What does it mean? At 10 hours, it's going to be about 40 minutes, right? 2/3 of an hour. Minutes. The blood alcohol concentration will be 0. Okay. All right. So on, let me scroll this down. Connection between slope and direction. When the slope of a line is positive, it means the quantity modeled by the line is increasing. So remember, we said you could expect something that looks like this. If it's negative, it will be decreasing. It's going to slant downward from left to right. Now 14, they want us to sketch an example of a line with a positive slope. And 15, sketch an example of a line with a negative slope. It says, can you describe what a line with a slope of 0 would look like? Well, I can not only describe it, I can draw it. So it's not either going to be increasing or decreasing. It'll be horizontal, okay? So that's what a line with the slope of 0 looks like.